BytePlus?
Yes.
Oh, you know BytePlus?
I've heard a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. But you all know ByteDance, right?
Yes.
So yeah, let me just one slide. So actually, BytePlus, we are a company from ByteDance. So we leverage all the technologies behind TikTok, CapCut, Share, Douyin. So we bring it such as B2B into the market. So BytePlus, yeah, just for you to take away from this video is BytePlus is one of the subsidiary of ByteDance. So what we are doing, so we are doing the AI and cloud to all the clients, especially in the gaming industry. Especially, we have a very huge number of clients in China, which I can share you later with some of the use case that we did in China. All right, so I think we are already in May 2026. So we have gone through a lot of new AI tools, not just in gaming, but in the other industry as well. So just one more questions. Can anyone here tell me what are two things viral in 2026 that you have seen that's coming to your mind? Maybe it can be AI models, it can be AI tools, it can be a new framework, etc. Yeah.
OpenClaw.
OpenClaw and any ideas? All right, so let me reveal it. The first thing, I think some of you might heard of this Seedance 2.0 model. Yeah, it's not something that people always, I think since we released in February, everyone is talking about it. But let's see, later I will show you how our clients is already applying this in the gaming industry. And the second thing, you're correct, OpenClaw. So how we can make sure that we use these two into the gaming industry. But before I go into this one, I'll show you one of our latest model. So in Seed3D, which we just launched from the Seed team. Yeah. Yeah, so that is C3 model that we are just launched.
So it's from 2D image, 3D model.
So currently, so actually if you read the papers, we have three kind of things: video to 3D, image to 3D, and text to 3D. But for now, for the initial launch, if you can try, we are supporting image to 3D. Yeah, so the next release on our platform will be text and image to 3D. So this is just sort of initial, because I think many clients has been already using this in their pipeline when they just try to input the text or the 2D image, and the model also have to generate the 3D image. So two key highlights we have here is the first is the geometry generations, and the second thing is the texture generation. So this is, we are really, I think it is kind of a huge jump from our previous version compared to our competitors in the market, as you can see right here. Yeah. So we done to quite benchmark with Minh Tan from Tencent, Triple and Brody. So yeah, you'll see in terms of geometry and the texture generation. And many of our clients in China and globally already applying using this model quite a lot already. And yeah, So that's for Seed3D. So now for Seedance 2.0, just before this meeting, I just tried to demo this one. I just input the image. So this one is really suitable for, I think many of our gaming clients in Vietnam already using this one. So you want to do the marketing ad on TikTok or in Meta. So they are using a lot of our Seedance model to generate the gaming app on the TikTok platform. This is one of our so I just input the image. There's no prompt, and this is the output. And this is the use case that one of our clients is already using. So because Seedance 2.0 is something very different from other models in the market, which will help you more flexible in terms of what you can input. So for example, I want these two characters with this background. I want them to mimic the motions in the video and do this with the reference audio. So this is what the output is showing. So this is kind of simulations that you can do with the game productions just for accelerating concept and prototyping.
这一次
And the second thing is, still the game productions for the concept design and prototyping. Here's just a very simple prompt. I do just one video here. Yeah. And I think, just very quick demo from my side. So I think I pass it to my colleague Lucas. So Lucas is based in Singapore. So he will have some real demo of how, because we are bringing a lot of fun activities for you next.
Thanks, Dan, for the great introduction. So I'll just sit down for the screen purpose, yeah. So basically, when we talk about in terms of gaming, we always talk about, especially when we talk to many clients in the gaming developer industries, is that we find a very huge gap to say when we are talking about more, I would say, hardcore gamers or even to those mid-tier gamers, where they start to explore various storyline games, RPG or MMORPG in that sense, the learning curve for beginners becomes very tough, right? And especially when it's very specific to a specific genre or a specific team, for beginners to sort of on-take and acquiring new acquisition of these users, it becomes quite a challenge for them to have these new users, because the learning curve for all these kind of different specific game genres, whether it's fighting games or action games or so on and so forth, is posing as a challenge. So I think down here in terms of the gaming assistant down here is really helping to lower that sort of barrier of entry to let beginner users who has no background or prior to this gaming genre is able to leverage on this personalized game assistant to really sort of onboard quickly into the game, get to the know-hows of the games, and being able to have something that we can actually talk to on a daily basis, like the AI game buddy. So in this sense, it helps to improve the entire user acquisition at the same time, but it also helps to improve in terms for the average user time spent, as well as eventually converting that in terms of average dollar spent per user. And that's how it's being measured in terms of across different game brands and in terms of how the gaming industry is being measured, especially for the various apps or even the gameplays itself, right? So in terms of number of downloads, in terms of number of active users, in terms of and many other metrics that is actually dependent on the success of the game. So to translate this into the business sense, that's what I mentioned just now. I'm just going to show you in terms of really how is it being shown in one of our customers who will actually sort of work with us in a real use case of a mobile game, right? So this is basically a League of Legends that we actually have worked with, that we integrated our conversational AI that is having this situational awareness, the map awareness, and really understanding what's going on behind this gameplay, and is able to act like a game buddy to advise the user or becomes like a personalized motivator. right? So the text down here is in blue is basically the user voice. Apologies, this is in Mandarin. And after that, the response in pink color later will be by the AI. Alright, so just gonna show a quick demo.
哎，大爷了，大爷了，接下来怎么办？
宝子，你这冰雨残血被蛮子砍了，不过咱顺风高地都破了，复活就跟队友抱团冲，稳赢。
这怎么了？
这就是复活甲的神奇之处啦！他要复活啦，准备好接招吧！
哎，我要是单挑他了，
宝，天使后期说你满血也别浪，他开 R 之策，能打也来猫饺子。敌方高地疯狂清兵了，带着队友抽水晶，一波带走不墨迹。
哎呀，好险，残血回了我。
你这是在炫耀吗？不过你确实厉害，残血收大龙，我都想给你点个赞了。嘿，你这走位被秒，那是妥妥的呀，下次长点心吧。
Alright, so really just this short video really showcased a lot of different scenarios, acting like a motivator or acting like a game advisor that is situationally aware of what's going on behind the scenes. So this customer actually integrated our SDK into the application for conversational AI to be embedded as part of their gameplay, right? To really give that sort of interactive and understanding what's happening behind the scenes, right? So without further ado, I think just seeing this in video might not be convincing enough, right? I'm gonna play a game right now, this being a game forum, right? To really showcase to you how does it actually works in a live demo, right? Of course, because embedding it within the game, there is much more of a context and basically much more power, computing power that's being onboarded in this to give a much more realistic experience. I'm just gonna do a web-based demo, just based on screen sharing, to showcase to you the similar capabilities that you can achieve, and even better if it was integrated within the gaming application itself. Alright, so without further ado, let me just go on to my game. Maybe you Alright, so okay, so I'm just going to go on to just an online FPS game, right? So it's called BytePlus. Alright, and then I'm just going to call my assistant right now, right? So this is basically our demo site, and I'm already accustomed to becoming like a gaming companion, right? So I'm going to first call this.
Hi, I'm Mia, your personal gaming companion.
Alright, so I'm going to turn on the screen share to actually share my game. Alright, so right now let's start a game. Right, I'm going to play free for all. Right, so I'm just going to press a random. Right, so now it is on the gaming side. So I'm just talking to the bot right now to say, hey, what weapon should I choose?
Op 47's perfect for new players. Easy to control, hits hard. Great for messing around in the practice range. Grab that and get warmed up.
But I only know how to use automatic weapons. Can you recommend me?
Grab that AK-47 right there. It's fully auto, super forgiving, perfect for you.
Okay, now I'm just going to do my usual gaming, right? Can you tell me where my enemy is? I can't see them.
Can't spot him right now, get close to cover.
Oh, I managed to kill an enemy.
Oh yeah, that's so clean.
Oh, I died. I'm feeling so sad.
You good? Shake it off, it's fine.
Alright.
That last kill was still...
So basically, I mean, this is just really a short demo to showcase to you the entire conversational AI powering behind. And if you imagine this is just based on screen share, right? If you actually have this being embedded as part of your entire context, let me just close this. I know it's very addictive. I want to keep playing, but right? So if we embed this into this, we need to understand in terms of how gaming events work, right? So in terms of the entire sort of architecture behind this, first of all, you will basically use the LLM model, which is our seed, as what Tan has presented just now, and be able to sort of screenshot specific frames depending on how frequent you want to make that screenshot, and actually get that snapshot and be able to sort of fit into our seed model and do the necessary thinking and feed it back quickly to actually have the interaction. All this happening within less than 2 seconds, as you have seen just now. Right? So in this perspective, when it actually embeds into the entire game, it becomes a very, very interactive and even a proactive kind of play style, because you can also feed certain levels of event-specific webhooks, right, to the specific LLM, and it can actually respond to you what's happening and becoming like a proactive motivator and a proactive kind of communication behind this, depending on how you configure your conversational AI personality and everything. Alright, so in that sense, of course, this is basically the quick architecture. And of course, our customers use case down here not only for League of Legends, we also have worked with TapTap. I'm not sure if you guys heard of this very famous gaming application, right? That we actually have also integrated as part of their interactive real-based experience in mobile as well.
2级用于2技能消耗，4级放大招压塔。
黄忠没有闪现，周瑜也没有闪现。
下次找机会一趟带走他。好家伙，周瑜也没闪，咱找机会和队友一起冲他们。后局快刷了，要让亚瑟、姜子牙去抓黄忠和周瑜，然后
yellow is a
先相当
response
是
to my
还
AI.
有集合，能抓周瑜、黄忠就强他。现在看时间，顺风就被对开塔，出武进一个破晓，注意被激活。
对面有陆纳，有曹操，有周瑜，需要怎么制裁？
别光是制裁，对面续航不强，先老刘进破晓补上来。
Okay, so this basically is one of our solutions that we have onboarded for our gaming experience. Alright, so this is we call it the conversational AI, right? Applying really in gaming use case. So that's number one, right? And the second interactive one I want to show you is really about when it comes to gaming. The next thing about within the application, we come to the next topic is, hey, we have about live streaming, right? When we talk about gaming, it's always very closely related to I want to stream the gameplay, right? I want to get views, I want to sort of be able to share my experiences and basically, hopefully even earn some money out of it. Or within the platform itself, this can be the actual additional revenue streams or additional features that helps your improvement of the entire sort of gaming experience better for your entire gameplay. Alright, so we have in terms of interactive digital human life solutions. It's basically, we know some gamers and people who are just using on their mobile, they are not that famous, or sometimes they are just afraid to show their face, right? So this solution is really being able to actually help you have that digital human clone, right, of a person or an avatar or a character, right? Maybe an influencer or even some default avatars, depending on what use case it might be, and be able to operate like a 24/7 round-the-clock streaming, and is able to stream to the likes of third-party platforms like TikTok, right, like YouTube, right, and of course to many other platforms in that sense. So what we offer here down here is really in terms of this interactive digital human. Right now this is in phase 1, but it's already able to replicate like a real human, and at the same time is able to respond intelligently in almost real time like a normal live stream. Alright, so without further ado, again a fun demo for you guys, right, is scan onto this QR code using your phone, right, and I'll give maybe 30 seconds to everyone, and then I will just mute the phone when you guys are joining this, because I'll flash the actual live streaming session, and they will call out your names basically when you start to fill in, ask any necessary questions, right? So context here is I've programmed this AI digital human to sell headphones, Bose headphones that is very, very popular, right? So very relatable to gaming again, right? We are trying to sort of pitch to your audience about a product that is very, very relevant to the gaming experience, right?
question.
Sure.
Yes. So in Vietnam, I see one company is adopting this technology, but they cannot fully change the product also because the AI is too AI. It's not human. So when they sell some products, maybe they say the correct information about the product, but to me it's not too visible. So in future.
Yes, and I agree with you because it depends on a few factors in that sense. Right now, we are programmed in terms of making sure that the prompt of the personal digital human can be customized depending on what is the required output that we want. And secondly is of course we connect that to our Viking database, which is basically a vector database that has a program with the rack stack of the seed model behind. So in that sense, when it responds intelligently, it will only respond based on the context that's being uploaded to our knowledge base. Right? So whether how intelligent it comes out and the response is depending on the entire factors behind the entire architecture that we have programmed with, right? So I think before we pass on down to that judgment, I know there's many players around in this area. Some is not good, some is very, very fake, very AI, or just reading the script they can't even reply. My suggestion is give this a try first, right? Talk to this, right? So if you haven't scanned, I'll just showcase to you really the live experience right now. Okay? So just mute the phones first, ask the questions. Right?
122. You said hi. Welcome to our live stream about the Bose QuietComfort Ultra headphones second. Feel free to ask any questions you have about this product. Hi Wab, you mentioned Junj, but didn't ask a specific question. Please share your question about the Bose QuietComfort Ultra headphones, second gen, and I'll answer it clearly for you. But because it genuinely delivers where it matters. Hi Jug 3T, you mentioned needing support. For Bose support, you can use the product support portal for guides and troubleshooting, or use the contact us path on the Bose support site for inquiries. Hi Wap, you asked what is happening. We're currently doing a live stream about Bose QuietComfort Ultra. And if you are watching right now, this is your chance to make the switch to something more premium, more comfortable, and more immersive. For headphones, second gen, and Bose support channels. Feel free to ask any related questions. Hi Tol, you asked, what is the best console for playing game? I'm sorry, but I don't have information about game consoles to answer this question. Let's get back to our headphone introduction. Hi 1122. You asked if you can use these headphones when swimming. There is no information about water resistance for these headphones in our reference materials, so we cannot confirm that they are suitable for swimming. Hi Wab, you asked how do you reverse a linked list on chash.net. I'm sorry, but I don't have information about this topic. My content is only about Bose QuietComfort Ultra headphones, second gen, and related sales terms. Hi Julius, you asked if the headphones are waterproof for swimming and listening to music underwater. There is no information about waterproofing for swimming in the product details provided.
So I think pardon this digital human because I didn't upload anything about waterproof stuff. So if I actually upload anything about waterproof, and definitely you will answer correctly, alright? But nevertheless, the important thing that we are trying to emphasize down here is at least the bot doesn't hallucinate and starts to pull out any random facts from the web, because we didn't enable that feature on the back end, right? So whatever context you have uploaded based on our knowledge base, it will answer it correctly. And then you can fix the prompt to actually output to say, hey, let's say if there is no context material, you can answer it in a very polite or a friendly manner, right? That you can say, hey, you know, I don't have any much clue about this. I'm sorry, I can't answer you. Let's focus back onto the live stream. Let's focus back onto the product itself, right? So someone actually asked a very funny question down here on the C#, chash.net or C#, right? So it actually sort of diverts it back into the live stream in that sense, right? So the entire sort of experience down here is to say, you know, this model is basically actually replicated from a real human. So to answer your question, so whatever input source video that you use it for the actions, the way it sits, the way it presents itself, we will mimic it exactly to the output video with the proper lip sync, right? Right now you hear it is in English. Right now we already have supported with Vietnamese language and local language to be able to sort of stream it live for Vietnamese game experience as well. Alright, so that's basically our demo, right? In terms for our live streaming, and I think to sum it up, to make things, I think the next most important question is, hey, technology is cool, right? What are your customers' reference? I think that's everybody wants to see, and definitely I'm going to showcase to you some of our reference down here. I think first of all, we have with Mobile Legends Bang already, and really we have really helping in terms of lots of devices supported, and of course lots of benefits that we have provided leveraging on our platform. And of course with NetEase 8 Party, right? So we also have interns from like what Tan has mentioned, using just prompt to 3D time has actually sort of reduced that by a lot as well, right? And of course we help to increase our creators by much more, by 80%, leveraging on our dollar seed models as well. And of course more and more, I think in Vietnam we also have partners not only just on the LLM side, as cloud providers similar to like the big cloud providers in this industry. We are really able to actually work with partners to even provide the infrastructure as a service behind powering for high performance, stable, and low latency performance that is needed for the gaming industry. Alright? And of course, for distributors as well in Japan, we also have worked with them to provide for their much lower latency using our infrastructure as well. And of course, for this, we also have used our dollar seed model to improve in terms for the entire trading efficiency, and as well in terms for increasing the total user acquisition and counts as well. Alright, so all this is basically in terms for our short demo. I hope you guys enjoyed it, right? And really to showcase to you how our solutions is really able to fit within the entire gaming ecosystem and industry. Alright, so thank you from both of us. Alright, and hope you guys have a wonderful night, and looking forward to our networking session. Alright?
Any questions maybe to the BytePlus team?
Yes. Sorry guys, I missed the beginning of your presentation. I just would like to clarify. You showed several cases.
Sure.
All these cases, all the game developers, these they present that it is actually AI avatar, not the real person.
So all the use case you are referring to right now is a series of solutions, not only just avatar. It can be from our seed models, it can be our infrastructure, it can be conversational AI, right? So it's a mix of combined use case that we want to showcase to you. It's not just specific focus on it.
Okay, then I rephrase a little bit. Like when any company, any client take your solution for the digital avatar, AI avatar, do they present it to the audience that it is actually AI avatar, not the real person? Or they try to pretend that it is a real person?
It depends on what kind of use case you want to achieve. Right, so for some customers, they really want to really replace real KOLs during the live stream of 2 hours block or the 1 hour block, whichever it might be. Then they want our performance to be really human-like and really replication in that. Of course, right now, because ours is just in phase 1, right, the target audience is more towards off-hour streamings or long-hour streamings where the peak traffic is not that high because of the capabilities that we are able to extend. But when we start to upgrade our versions later on in the year to 2.0, 3.0, we are going to introduce much more advanced features that is almost able to replicate a human-like features. Right? We are even able to connect that into like TikTok Shop, for example, that is upcoming our feature, right? That we are able to even use the automated product cards pinning. Right? So all this is really in terms of like automating the back-end operation workflow to really showcase to you how real human-like can be. So right now for our phase 1, it's only able to showcase example just one product demo. Right? In the future, we're going to have lots of different other product demos that we can support, even based on the various default script and templates that we can actually provide you as well. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. I'm just one more question. What is the most demand product for the gaming studios of BytePlus portfolio? Because I know that your portfolio is quite big, but what is the most demand product solution? From the game.
Yeah. So I think for the products that I've seen in general. So first of all, I think because we have a very strong global presence in our CDN networks, right? So CDN is basically content delivery networks, and it's very very crucial for delivery of content, especially for gaming where lots of workloads on video and images are there. So across the entire globe, CDN is one of our strongest portfolio that we deliver in terms of infrastructure for our gaming clients, right? So we have over 1,300 POPs globally. That's one key factor. I think the second one is in regards in terms for we see in a lot of gaming is basically our tapping onto our infrastructure, which is basically our RTC network that is leveraging on our global POPs infrastructure. And that pairs up with our conversational AI, which is rapidly growing because the game changer down here is because it is situationally aware. And right now we're adding lots of various global language. Right now we even have support for Vietnamese language as well in this context, and lots of Southeast Asian language. Right, so that's the second thing that I see as well. And I think the third one, again, this is not in based on priority order, right? Third one is basically I think for Seed, right? It's basically the LM model behind empowering in terms for whether it's for the coding engine, whether it's for in terms for creating the 3D models, or whether it's really creating in terms of various images and videos, and even for the entire scripting as well, right? So then our entire sort of AI stack behind this gaming industries is where we see a lot of usage and even growth in recent years.
I have a question about your use case with League of Legends in China. So there is AI assistant, and it's a popular game. So maybe like 1 million users can use this AI assistant.
Yes.
So how the company is paying to you? How much is like one user cost for Tencent for using this AI?
That's a very great question. In terms of cost model wise, it's actually pretty straightforward, right? So there's a few components in terms of becoming this cost model, right? So for users in the likes of like League of Legends, so League of Legends is basically like a freemium in this perspective, right? And in the users gets acquired whether they want to top up to buy skins or whether they are having additional premium features in that sense. Now, the purpose for League of Legends is to acquire more users in that sense to make it more sticky, right? So it's part of their investment on their end to pay this as their entire experience. And how we charge them is based on the kind of various breakdowns in terms of the seed model, in terms of tokens consumption, in terms for the per minute call. Basically, every time when they call the agent, that's running by the minute in terms of the audio speech, and as well as the audio processing fee to understand what is the user's input on that sense. So there's the component of, I would say, to make it simple, there is a token charge, and basically there's a per minute charge as well. Right? Question?
For example, I have a Roblox games, and we use your Seed3D to produce a 3D model. And then after that, you have Seedance 2, right? So I have video about 2 character findings. I have the 3D model. So can I import the 3D model into Seedance and produce some kind of marketing video to show in because that is currently the most time consuming of our studio right now.
Alright, so for last questions, we already have the pipeline, which I will share you for now. Yep, so this is basically what we are doing. Seed3D plus video rendering. So for example, this is the image, right? Just 2D image. We use a Seed3D to turn it into, yeah, so this is an image to 3D model. And after that, we will use the AI rendering, the video generation model to do this.
So can you give a prompt to generate the background or any action that for example, as we will produce a game about the horror games or fighting games, so we have the 3D model, right, from blenders or measures or other things. So we use your Seed3D to produce the 3D model. So I import it, I prompt it, or I provide the image into your Seedance, and can Seedance to produce a video, some kind of introduction video or marketing video that showcase what I want to do with my characters.
That's totally possible, but for Seedance 2.0, it is even more powerful. You don't need to input your 3D models. What our gaming clients normally do is you just provide 2D models with 3 sides of the character, the front side, the back side, and then the model will be, because for all the models that we are having for now, we have another layer of the reasoning model. So it's trying to understand what the user is doing. So yeah, this is kind of possible. That's what.
For example, I have the map already. I have a map in the games. I have characters. So can I use my characters and my map to produce the videos? Something like the Street Fighter 4 or 5, right? We have the map, we have the characters. So now I produce a new character. I produce a new map. So can I, provide that image to the Seedance, and it can produce the marketing videos or something like that.
Yeah, so that is the feature that only Seedance 2.0 has for now. Among all the models in the market, that is only Seedance 2.0 has this feature, which we call the reference. So for Seedance 2.0, you can input image, audio, video, and text prompt as well, so that the model will be able to, for example, you already have the video of this character in this scene, but you want to just try to see another character in that scene to see how it looks like. That is all totally possible with Seedance 2.0.
Can you remote here?
You can probably talk to them later. I understand that the answer is yes, it's possible. So you take
something
screenshots
like
and you put your scene inside.
Yeah, it's something like this one that I've just shared just now. Yeah, so I want these 2 characters in this background mimic the motions of these 2 people in this video. So this is what it's showing. Yeah, that's the kind of example, but we can make it more complicated. I think the input can be more complicated, and the model has the ability to understand.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot.